Hey everybody, sorry, let me get this banner down. There we go. Here I am. Better late than never. I know. Crazy Wednesday over here at beadshop.com headquarters. How is everyone today? Or how are everyone, I guess? Oh my gosh. It's great to have you all here. So, goodness, busy day today. I've been up super early getting those orders out the door. Miranda's here getting orders out the door. Her mom is here getting mystery bags ready. Oh my gosh. Chris is cutting leather. It's a busy hive here at Beadshop. So let's see who's here. First, let me take a moment, take a breath, take a drink of coffee. And let's see, gosh, we've got everybody here. I guess it is always the place to be. Thank you so much, Em and Sophie. It's always fun. It's the best part of my week to come on and chat with you folks. Sorry again, I was a little tardy today. We're just running around like crazy. Janice, of course, is here doing the moderating on the other side of the screen, all the way over. Sandra, I'm excited about this show today as well. I've got all my Cymbals findings in this box, and I'm going to go over them for you and share them. I'm wearing my Fresno to France earrings, and in my grand cleanup, that's why I was tardy. I was looking for some of the samples I made for you folks. I have no idea where they are. So, but they're up on the website. I'm going to see if I can pull some screenshots and stuff for you later, but we've got so much to go over. Let's see who else is here. Everyone's here. Everyone who's anyone, right? Well, it's great to have you all here today. And yes, Christine just noticed we are at almost 90,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel, right? So we are getting so close to that 100,000. So as you know, if you are watching this live or on the replay, my friends, you can find us over on YouTube at beadshop.com. Whoops, let me take that comment down so it shows. There we go. You can find all of our info all over the web, on Facebook, on our YouTube channel, our Pinterest, our Instagram, everywhere at beadshop.com. If you have any questions, hit us up at info@beadshop.com. We're always ready to take your questions. So yes, if you're watching us live or on the replay, make sure and hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. And especially give us that thumbs up on this video. So the more engagement we get, the more it gets out there. And that's super helpful for us and our small business. So thank you. Let's see. Okay. Let's see who else we've got here. Let's see. Yes, Carol, don't forget about your mystery bag. I sold them to you back on my birthday in September on the 17th, and I promise they will be out, knock wood, before the end of the month. They're going to be super good, so they'll be worth waiting for. And hopefully I'll have some extras that I can put up that you guys can nab. So again, thank you so much for your patience on that. If you've been watching lately, we're doing our best after this changeover here to our Fresno headquarters. We're all working at full steam, full capacity. So we really appreciate your patience with us. But we're getting more and more orders out every day, and things are getting closer to normalizing, as if anything is ever normal over here. But, and I'm so glad, great. Janina, you got all of your check beads yesterday. I'm so glad. We see some beautiful orders coming through, so it's good. Oh, and my mom is saying, say hi to her. Hi, Mama. As always. Let's see. Yeah, Ma, come over so you can help us package. What else we got? Okay, great. All right, let's get this show on the road, shall we? I wrote myself a little post-it note to remind me, to tell you that today we marked down all of our Cymbals findings. So they're marked down today on the web shop on beadshop.com. Today, if you're watching me live, it is October 16th, 2024. If you jump over to the website on beadshop.com, you will see the whole category is marked down. So you can couple that with a coupon on our homepage. You can couple that with rewards, any of that stuff. So they're all marked down category wide. So that's a good one. So let me add this to the stage. I'm going to take my earrings so you folks can see those. I've got these Super Duo earrings, and today is the day to ask your questions about all things Cymbals. So we carry the Cymbals for 3 different. You know what? I'm going to actually share my screen. So we can go over these. Bear with me here just a second, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. There we go. And let me do this. Okay. Let me make sure that you can see it. Okay, perfect. Let's talk about this first of all, and then we'll get to looking at the pieces. So here you can see we've got the Cymbals sale. You can click on that photo, go to the Cymbals page. You can see here there's our spooky savings we've got coming up. You can add these different coupon codes depending on how much you spend, and that will stack with the Cymbals sale. We also, just as a reminder, we've got the Great Bead Extravaganza coming up this weekend, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that at the end of this broadcast. But if we click over here to all of the Cymbals findings, you can see that we've got them for 3 different categories. We've got Cymbals for super duos, we've got Cymbals for Tylas, and we've got Cymbals for gem duos. So regardless of which shaped beads you like, or try something new, we've got them all. You can sort them here through super duos. You can see we've got the super duo Cymbals here, the Tyla Cymbals, the gem duo Cymbals. So if you want to see them by category, you can click that. We've got the different types. We've got side beads, bead endings, bead substitutes, clasps, and earring findings. So they're all here. Okay, and you can stroll through at your leisure. But I've got them all here in front of me. So let's take a look. I'm gonna take this down, remove. Oh, thank you, Margaret. That's awesome. Margaret saying she's been inspired by all of our organization and you've been going through your ever-growing stash of beads. That's great. Doing all of this organization and stuff here has also gotten a lot of my creative juices flowing as well, folks. So I can't wait to share with you the necklace I made for Great Bead Extravaganza. I was super inspired by getting our pieces back, our beads back. So I think you folks are going to love it. That's going to drop on Friday. And thanks, JP, for the link. You can find it over on Facebook. Give us a follow if you have not. We're gonna the lineup is so great this weekend, but I'll talk a little bit more about that on Friday, a little closer to the event. All right, let me get this down and going. And let's take a look. Though I've got some bugles on my board. I'm not going to use those bugles right now. But we've got as I say, the Tylas, the super duos, and the gem duos. Now, the gem duos, I'm going to start with the gem duos because they're right here. Okay, and I'm going to get them. Let me zoom in just a little bit here. Zoom in a touch. These were the ones I made a while back, and I made a bracelet for it too. And we were cleaning up so well in here that, again, I have no idea where those samples went, but they're up on the website. You can find them there, and I'm sure I will run across them here. It's so organized that I can't find anything. But gem duos, let's talk about those guys. The thing that I love about the Cymbal line is that not only do they have findings, but they have the bead substitutions. Can you see that there? Let me get a little pointer. Let me get my awl. On these earrings that I did the bead sub here in the center. And then I did that side bead substitution over here. And then we have these little endings that have the loop. I used it on the bottom to add this dangle on the bottom there as just kind of a little touch. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4 row. It's the three-pronged ending here. And I used this earring dangle, or the earring finding, that you can glue a gem duo into. I like that a lot because not only can you use it with these gem duos, but we could use this earring top with just about anything, right? It doesn't have to be just this gem duo top. You could put any kind of dangle on that. I think this is the Picasso gem duo there that I glued in, and I glued it in with Zap glue is what I use for the glue in. Kathleen has a good question. Kathleen asks, what is the most popular shape? And, we chose to start the Cymbals with the Tylas, the gem duos, and the super duos, because I think that all three of those kind of, I've got some Tylas over here, are all kind of neck and neck in the race to be most popular, to be honest. So, what do I have here? I've got that little piece. Here it is, here and here. These are some, you might recognize these from some of the samples that I did, but here's the Tyla closure. Let me get this. And all of these, really great question, Erica. All of the findings, everything in this Cymbals line are all nickel free. So you don't have to worry about anything in the nickel allergy. You can see here the posts are all stainless steel there. And thank you, JP. All the Cymbals projects. Let me go over to those and flash them over to you. Give me just a second. Projects. I'm going to go right here and let me add this to the screen. Let me grab this. Cymbals projects. Let me find it here. Okay. And I'm grabbing them. Hang on, everybody. Here we go. Cymbals projects. Let me share this screen. There we go. So you can see they're all there. I'm pretty pleased with how these all came out. Honestly, I love that. Let me click on that Harlequin bracelet. There's the Harlequin. There's that floor with the substitute, bead substitute, the terrazzo. I'm going to click on that Harlequin bracelet. And if you scroll down, you can see there's a nice photo of it right there. And I use those substitutes, those bead side endings and the bead subs on the inside. And you can click over on the video and grab the video to watch that as well. It was a really fun one to make. You know, stitching like the bead shapes aren't always my forte, to be honest, but all of these Cymbals projects and all of the little component parts, it's kind of like using a jigsaw puzzle or doing a jigsaw puzzle. They're pretty easy to get them all together and for them to fit in with one another. It's a lot of fun. So check out all of those projects and you can see those. There we go. I wanted to make sure that my computer was plugged in so I don't drop out here. All right. So let's take a look. Oh, and there's our buddy Danielle. Hi, Danielle. We're so excited for your upcoming shows with us. So thank you so much. I know you've got some fun things coming up with Super Duos. We can't wait to see all of those things that you've got going on there. Yes, and there's Janice. She's going to use the Ramada finding. So we're so excited to have you with us for that. All right, so let me zoom out a little bit. Let's start looking at the findings. Let me start pulling it together here. So this one is a gem duo finding. I haven't really used this yet. This is the magnetic clasp. I'm going to get, let me get some thread, some needles, and I'm just going to stitch a little bit. Now, if you were inventive, and I know that you all are inventive, you don't actually have to use the findings, you know, like this is for gem duos, right? I bet you could play around with this and stitch it into something else or attach, you know, you could even use this with Softflex, right? You could attach some Softflex loops to this side. So I think that you're only limited by your imagination with these pieces. So, and since we have them on sale today, it is a good time to jump in and grab some to kind of play around with. I'm going to use this gem duo. This one is that copper splash, which I love. We're going to be adding some more colors too, so stay tuned. Oh, I love this one too. This one's one of my favorites, that Cobalt Matte Rembrandt. That's a good one. Let me grab some thread here. Any thread will work. You can use Fireline, which is what I think I'm going to use, actually. There's some Fireline there. I have it in the clear crystal. That's the 6 pound, and I think that works out just fine. I'm also going to use sharps like this. Yeah, and all the names, you know, these are all made in Greece, these pieces. So the names are all Greek. So it is literally all Greek to me, right? I'm looking here at some of the comments. Cherie, I agree. I think these look fantastic with the bracelet. You can see the beginnings of the bracelet pieces that I have here. This is with the Tylas, and I use the full, the half, and the quarter here. But this would also make a fantastic earring as well. What I did here, can you see on this one? I did these little, let me see if I can, there we go. I can focus. Here I've got the Miyuki spacers and the 11/0. Here is the side bead, the Tyla side bead ending here. And in that ending, I did the Miyuki drops, right? This would look terrific on an earring, and you could mix this up with the gem duo. Let me see. Let me get one of these. Here's all the gem duo earring findings. But right, I could get that gem duo. I could put that gem duo in there. And I could wire wrap a bead that connects it. I could glue this one right in there. This is that Rembrandt. Look at how beautiful that would look. And I could do a little fringe or do a little something on the bottom, but that's a definite say something earring, right? Definite. Let's see. Go through any other quick questions. Oh, and thank you, JP. Fireline is smoke is back in. Perfect. Marianne, you thought it was an earring at first. Yes, it's the beginning of the bracelet project that I did on the show, but those would be great just to turn into earrings for sure. So here's this closure, this one here. Let me focus here. Do this. Okay. And the way that I have mine, I just want to show you this nice big bin. I've got all of my gem dews. It's a little close, but I've got all my Cymbals kind of in this little bin. And I think when you get them, when you get your Cymbals, I would just get a variety, right? Even if you don't know what you're going to do with them. Because I think that creativity breeds creativity with these, okay? So I would suggest getting, you know, whatever looks interesting to you, or even maybe what might look challenging to you. And then you can start to experiment and play around with them. So here I'm getting these are the Gem Duo side beads. These are also the side beads a little bit smaller. Let me zoom out a little bit. Zoom out, there we go. I want the substitute beads. Here they are, the sub beads. These are the plain ones, so I'll do that. And then I've got these. Okay. I'm just going to play around and see what happens, right? Literally, this is my favorite part of the week. I get to sit here, take a break, while Miranda's filling like crazy. Yeah, it must be nice. And bead with you, but then I'll be back. I'll be back on the orders. We're getting close, my friends. You know, we're doing combining, we're doing all kinds of stuff. So it's getting closer and closer to normalizing. It's been keeping me up at night a bit, but I promise you, we're getting there. We so appreciate your patience. I'm going to get the fire line. I'm actually going to smush it. That's a technical term. Right there at the end. See how that's a little flat? I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to needle my thread. There it goes. I need to get it, sorry, a little bit more in my field of vision. It's a little too far from me. Sorry about that, folks. You can just look at those pretty super duos. I mean, the pretty Cymbals. No, gem duos. That's what those are. Who are you? What are you doing here? All right. Let me just start by stitching a couple of these together. I'm going to stitch it on the outside here. Now the gem duos, just as a reminder, the gem duos do have a front and a back. So I'm going to arrange them so the fronts are sticking up. This is here. And I'm going to run them through. Here, here. Then I'll get my fingers out of the way so you can see what's going on. So see that? Let me get a little closer. Yeah, I love that Rembrandt. I love the Rembrandt finish in just about anything. Someone made an order with the Rembrandt Super Duos, and it was getting me. So Kathleen's asking the best size of Fireline. You know, it really depends. I'm using the 6-pound right here, though you can also use the 4. People chime in here on what's your favorite. I usually use what's readily at hand. But I like this 6-pound. It's a little stiffer, maybe. So that's why I'm using it, right? Oh, Lynn, this is nice. Miranda, I'll read this one out to you. Lynn Bates says, yes, I want to give you a huge thank you for combining 5 of my orders. Aww. I ordered pretty much back to back except one, and I was so appreciative you added that one as well. You are the best. Love you guys. We love you back. Thank you. It's good to know that all of our efforts as we're running around like chickens with our head cut off are appreciated, because we sure appreciate you. And those that are going out today and yesterday, Miranda got some of the cutest Halloween themed packaging. So it's pretty cute. So you may or may not see those on your order. So now I'm going to go through. Let's just take a look here. Danielle is saying that she uses the 6-pound a lot. Em and Sophie is saying 6 is the perfect for bezeling. 4-pound is perfect for smaller hold beads and multiple passes. Great. I love all this info because I know a lot of you are much more educated on this than I am, for sure. But yeah, just wait. The mailers are so cute. I might have to show them to you before the end of the day. They were super cute. So here's the sub beads. Here's the side beads. So again, it's like a little jigsaw puzzle. So see how those side beads fit in there like that? Let me do this little lineup. Let me go here. So it looks like that goes there, right? Let's just build this up like a little puzzle piece. Do I have some tweezers? I do right here. Let me add. I think sometimes also doing this in a single color, right? Like that, in this kind of monochromatic color, lends a real elegance to these designs. Let's see. So see how that substitute bead goes in there? And then that one goes on the end. Can I make it so? Come on. My fingers feel huge trying to do that. There we go. That one will go there. Okay. So let me stitch this little section up, right? Let's see what this looks like. Okay. So here, now next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this gem duo, go through the top of this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay. Now we're going to pull it. Whoops. Let me get this focused. There we go. I love this bead right there, the one that didn't get, there's a few here that have a lighter Rembrandt on here, right? It's so pretty. Let me add in let's see where this side one goes. So the side one goes here, right? Like that. And then I think I go through this. I'm going to go through this substitute bead. Sorry, I know I want you to see what's happening here, but I got to get my fingers. I got to grab these. There we go. And I think I grab the substitute bead here. Let's see. Let's see how this looks. I may have made a mistake, but we'll see. This is a dose of designing realness right here. All right. So, oh, I'm missing. Okay, that's all right. I'll just go back through and I'll add in those ones that I'm missing. So let's grab one of these. And another one of those. Okay. Let me tighten all this up. Oh, I think what I did was, I think I put that one in the wrong place, huh? Okay, well, I'm going to take this out. We're on a journey of self-discovery here with these symbols. I'm doing everything I can not to unneedle or unthread this needle, right? So I'm pulling it back eye first through the beads. Since the fire line is bonded and not a twist, I can pretty much get away with it, I think, but it's me playing with fire. Okay. But yeah, it's good. Okay. There we go. All right. Let me do this. Let me get this. I have this nice tail here to weave back through in a minute. Let me just get, I think I need a little more space here, or a little more rigid piece here to work with. There we go. I think right now, well, I do love super duos and I do love Tylas, but I do really love the shape of these gem duos. I feel like they're kind of elegant. And I don't know, whenever I work with them, I get a new appreciation for them all the time. There we go. That looks better, right? That looks better. Now, let me put in one more row here, okay? And then we're going to add in those sides and stuff. And this is, I think, I mean, I don't know. I kind of like to experiment and figure out what goes with what. And you just stitch small little pieces, right? Small little bits. And then you can, see what evolves. We're not investing a huge amount of time here. And it just kind of helps the creative juices start to flow. Okay. So this is what I've got. So it looks like right here, can you see how I have this line of thread there? So I definitely want to hide that. So let me go back in. Danielle's saying these would definitely make really great holiday gifts for your family and friends, which I completely agree. They'd be a lot of fun to play around with. And I think especially family and friends that aren't beaders, or maybe even if they are beaders, would kind of love these as well. Now I'm thinking about something here. Okay. Let's say that we wanted to make a necklace or something here. My brain is moving faster than my mouth can. Let me put this here. Let me do a little drawing. Let's say that we wanted to go into a multiple strand necklace or something. These closures, this one is called the Calamus 3, meaning it has 3 little ends closures there. This is also meant to be a bracelet closure, or I used it, something similar to it in this earring, right? But we could do something here. We could attach some soft flex and crimp it, right? We could macrame to this. We could attach multiple strands somehow, but we've got this nice big loop here. So wouldn't this closure be kind of interesting? Let me also pull down. Remember this loomed piece that I did a while back? Let me zoom out. I know my brain's moving faster than I can keep up with it, but bear with me. Remember this piece? I did this piece a while back. I love it so much. It was that loomed piece. I did these loomed pieces and then I strung. I did this closure. Pretty good if I do say so myself. I'd like to revisit this. I did this macrame closure and then I did the loomed, brought these loomed pieces together and strung them, right? Here's the center. So doing something like this, see that closure right there to those 3 strands? Wouldn't that be interesting? I don't know. Let me go in a little tighter here. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Yeah, it's called brainstorm for a reason, for sure, Mary. Right? But wouldn't that be an interesting way to use these in ways that you haven't seen it? Oh, thanks, JP. This is called Wanderer. I really love this necklace. I did a bracelet with it too, I think. Loved it. So again, something like this, like here with these 3 strands, instead of doing this loomed piece, you could use something like these super duos instead, right? You could use one of these wider closures here, right? Because we could get a 3 strand. We get 3 across. So I don't know, just some thoughts, because I really think trying to push the boundaries of these, again, I would recommend just, even if you don't know what these do, if you're good at crossword puzzles, or if you like puzzling things out, just get a variety of these and start to play around with them. All right, I'm going to continue with this one. All right, let me put this away. Wanderer, it's called Wanderer. It was a good one, if I do say so myself. All right, let's get back to this. And then we're going to look. I promise we're going to take a look at the other ones as well. But let me work this out in my head. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to put one of these side beads here, because see how I have this? I've got to go back in and add this over here. So let me add it now here. Let's see what this side thing looks like. Okay, yes, there we go. And I need one of these. And now I need to go, come on, I need to go through this one, through, oh, I want one of these for the center, through that one, through that one. I think I need another bead on this side. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. See how that fits? Nice. So let me go back in. Oh, you folks are so nice. My little brain you have is completely blown away by my imagination. Well, you know, I don't know. My brain, I have one of those brains that doesn't like to turn off. Sometimes it gets me in trouble, especially when I tell Janice, I have this idea. Let me see if I can get this needle back through. Okay, so this is a size 10 needle. I think I'm going to drop down. See how it's, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I won't. Let me see. Let me see if I have to do multiple passes. No, it's still okay. It's still okay. So I'm kind of going backwards here, but this is how I puzzle it out. And then after I've puzzled everything out, what I do is I'll leave this one together and I'll go back and I'll recreate it with the correct thread path, if that makes sense. I don't know how you do it, Danielle. Danielle's designs are so much more complex and better thought out a lot of times than mine, but sometimes I just have to kind of puzzle everything out, make sure everything works, and then recreate it with that sample in front of me, like with the correct thread path and stuff. So here's that. I'm going to go around to the side. I've got to get my needle back over here to get that side bead in. So I'm just going to stitch that way. I love it. I always experience terror too. That's for darn sure. Kathleen, same for me. My thinking is best in the shower. You know, when I come on and I say, I was thinking about it in the shower this morning. I also sometimes set my mind to it before I go to sleep. Come on, go through there. This isn't really in my field of vision. Sorry about this, you guys, for fumbling around a little bit, but I want to get this thread to where I want it to be. And sometimes you just have to fumble through it. There we go. Now I want this side bead, this one right here, to be on next. Well, I know that you folks are sometimes when I fumble through, you folks are right there with me, cheering me on, so I can feel it from across the miles. There we go. And we get it in that one right there. Okay, look at that. Okay. Tighten that one down. Yeah, see how these are just built to go right in the size. And that's really what we're doing here. Koliti, I want to put your, it's quite the art to make mini mosaics. That's what we're really doing, right? We are kind of making a mosaic right here, is really what we are. So let me get this one over here. And this one here. We're coming up on our 9-year anniversary of live broadcasting, my friends, which is crazy to think that we've been doing this for 9 years of live broadcasts. It's just crazy. But Janice, true to form, when I told her, I said, you know, I think we need to do some lives. Janice was like, okay, sounds good to me. Let's do it. So 9 years. I think at the end of this month, it'll be 9 years. Okay, tighten that up, tighten that up. There we go. And I'm going to, maybe I'll bring this one back down. This looks a little bit like the dog's breakfast because I'm going to tighten this up. Maybe the dog's breakfast. Maybe it goes here. That's what my friend Mary says when something is all kind of crazy. She says, Kate, that looks like the dog's breakfast. There we go. Get that through. It's going around to the back here. Then I just want to tighten this thread, and then I'll put it down and we can look at it. Bear with me here just a second. Okay. Alrighty, so see what we've got here. We've got everything stitched in. That doesn't look too bad, right? That doesn't look too bad. And you can just continue going on, or we can continue if we wanted this to be the end for a necklace. I would actually put 2 in right there. 1 and 2, like that. And then maybe another side bead right there, right? That's kind of fun, right? All right, let's take a look at some of our other things that we've got going on. So I urge you to take a look at the clasps. This is that 2-strander. But that 2-strander you can do just about anything with. Remember, you don't have to use the gem duos. That one doesn't want to flip around, so I'm not gonna worry about it. What I didn't use were these. Let me see. These little ends. Has anybody used these, guys? These, let me see where the hole is going. The hole goes on the bottom like this. So I think, let me just see. I'm just going to pull my thread down here just because I want to see how this fits in. But it looks like this is an ending one, right? Turn this around. Come on, there we go. And this one. There we go. And through. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Look at how those close up the bottom, right? Isn't that fun? All right. Okay. So let me go ahead. I'm going to zoom out here a little bit. Zoom out. How am I doing on time? Okay. So let's take a look at, I'm going to rustle around in this bin. I'm going to get this other tray I've got here. This tray also looks like the dog's breakfast. We slide this on top. That's a really good question, Andy. Can gem duos be mixed with super duos? I don't think so, but let me put this on the side here just for a second. Let me pull out some super duos here, just real quick. Danielle, I don't know if you've had any experience with gem duos and super duos together, but let me just, they're different shapes. They're not really meant to go through or to go together, but I don't know. Let me just get some super duos here. All right. I'm just going to stitch a super duo in this spot. I mean, you can see it's significantly smaller. But let me see. All right, so I've got two super duos in there. Then we'll get to the tiles, I promise. Okay, see how that, let me get, oh, and what Danielle is saying is that the one we're doing together has a gem duo hidden in the center of the super duos. That's awesome. That's awesome. And this is just what I was thinking too, Terry. I may need to add an 11-aught to fill in the gap. Maybe that's so. Let me go ahead. I'm just going to add a super duo there to the side. I hope I'm not taking away any of your thunder, Danielle. I haven't even seen your bracelet yet, but my mind is just working. I'm going to put a gem duo there and a super duo on the side here. Because you can see side by side, see how much smaller that super duo is? Let me see, and I think I want this now. Okay, so now I'm going to go around this side. Maybe I'll go around that side and see if I can get a gem duo in. Go through that one. I need another gem duo. This one here. Okay. And that here. Let's see what this looks like. So I don't know. That's kind of crazy. I'm off a little bit here somehow. Maybe that super duo wants to go in, that gem duo wants to go in there. Let's see. Go back, eye of the needle first. And instead of going through that gem duo on that side, we'll go through it on the other side. Eye of the needle first. And take this out. Okay. This super duo color is the Nebula Turquoise Blue Matte. That's what that is. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure about the mini duos. Are those super duos or are those gem duos? You know, we could go on with these 2-hole beads forever. We don't carry the mini duos, but I know, I'm sure they are out there for sure. You might want to try mixing some of those in. Let's take a look. Okay. Oh, I still didn't do this right. No, for the love of Pete. Let's see here. Go back through, go back through, go back through. I'm determined, can you tell? I'm going to go through. Yeah, mini duos or itty bitty super duos, mini super duos. Okay, good to know. There's so many 2-hole beads out there. But I'm really glad we got these gem duos. I'll tell you, I just love the shape. There we go. All right, let's take a look. Let me tighten this up. So, I don't know, they kind of work. Maybe. I'm going to get one more. I'm just going to do like this little motif that's here, right? So I'm going to go through that one. I'm going to go, I need a plain one, a substitute bead. Another one here. And another one here. I need to tighten this up. Let me get my bead off. Tighten that. Tighten that. Oh, I didn't stitch. That one's not stitched down, but it will be. So, I don't know. It might take a little bit of work playing around. It might need some, like you said, Terry, some 11/aughts in there or something. But I don't know. It's a little bit of a mess, but not too bad, right? It's an interesting challenge. I really like how these colors and stuff look together. So it I think needs some finessing, but it might be possible. Who knows? All right, let's get to. Thanks for letting me work that out in my head. Let's get to the tieless. Okay. Here's my very messy. Let me get this up. Get that out. All right. This has so many things on it. We also have the other multiple end closures for these. We've got them for the tieless, which look like this. Here we go. Let me try and open this up. So see, here's the one for the Tyla. So here was the Gem Duo one that I had earlier, right? And then I have one for the Super Duos right here. So you can see how the sizes, or how the, the starting points of these. This obviously is more shaped like a Super Duo. This is shaped like a Tyla. That's shaped like a Gem Duo. Okay, so that kind of gives you the hint about how these go. But these also, so let me see. I'm just going to cut that needle off of what I was doing over here with that. And here I am with the Tylas. Let me zoom in just a little bit here. Zoom. Okay, the cool thing about working with Tylas with these closures, oh, and we also have them, so they're the halves, like this. Where's that little piece that I did? This was from that Tyla mix. I did that Tyla mix called Muse. You remember that one? It's about time for us to do another big Tyla mix like this. Wasn't that one fun? This sold out really quickly. Janice, let's put that on our list to do another nice big, maybe for the holidays we'll do it. A nice big Tyla mix for you folks. Here's that one with that short piece on the top, and here's the one with the long piece. See how these differ just a little bit? That long one is the Tylas fit in, and this one they are offset, if that makes sense there, right? So let me use this short one. I don't know. Again, this all may end in tears. Who knows? Right, Miranda? Yeah, you never know. You never know what I'm going to do. Let me do this. I want a full Tyla right there. And I want one here. Okay. So like this, right? And I put those 11/0 right there on the edge. Okay. So now let's see how many 11/0. Yeah, see, look at 3 11/0 are the same length as one of those. Let me put this up. One, two, three. I'm going to go through this again to kind of make a circle. All right. Right. So I'm going to go back through here one more time. And I'm just going to go through those 3. Now, I'm really seriously just making this up right now, so just bear with me here a second. Again, this all might be a bad idea. But it's good to know that 3 11-aughts are the same length or width, I guess, as the full Tyla. Right? I don't know. Let me. Oh, Tyla Mix, JP, Tyla Mix. Don't you think we should do another one? Maybe for December. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Donna, thank you so much for your kind words. I hope that the experimenting, okay, is good. So let's do this. Let's put another one. Maybe I could put another row of 11-aughts in there. Or, hang on, hold the phone. Rustle, rustle. I want something. These finishes aren't going to match, but oh, here it is. I want some more 11s. Here they are. One, two, three. Back through that one. I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying this. Maybe I am. I don't know. We take a little more experimentation. But see how if we do this kind of open with these kind of long things here. I don't know. Maybe it needed to go up there and then put that one. That might be better. That down there. Anyway, this maybe. But I wanted to show you that difference. Let me go to Super Duos now. Let me flash this earring. This Super Duo one that I've got here, can you see how it's similar to this end? Yeah, maybe 2 rows of 11s, Debbie. Yeah, I'm going to revisit that because I think there's something here. It's just not here quite yet. But yeah, the 11 maybe up here and go through and then come back down there so that the substitute for the Tyla is 2 rows of 11-aughts, maybe. Or 15s. 15s might be it too. Anyway, yeah, I'm keeping this one together. We'll let that one simmer a little bit more. I love this Super Duo finding for the earring. And it's really similar to this long bar earring here as well. These are a lot of fun. And these earrings took no time to put together. And can you see here on the Super Duo, we have this ending, this closure right here on the bottom. We also have some other closures for the Super Duos. This one is the big round ring. So it looks like this. That would be nice on the earring closure as well. See, it would fit right in there. And I have, let me see, now I've got a big mess all the way over here. This is that closure. It's the Super Duo. It's shaped like the Super Duo, but it has the loop on the end. So you could do something. This would also make a great earring right here. Let me grab some of those nebulas. I really think these findings lend themselves really well to, I'm going to have to, there's nothing to it. I'm going to have to thread myself another needle. There's no dodging it. Where's my firelight? Here it is. But I think all of these findings would really make terrific earring closure, right? Like say something earrings, statement earrings, right? Or as we'd like to, sometimes I like to call them museum lady earrings. I don't know. I'm guilty of those big earrings all the time. But my thread snips for the fire line, I'm using my Xuron cutters, which work out so well. And while I'm doing this, let me put this back up so I don't forget. All of our Cymbal findings today, my friends, are marked on 15%. So you don't even need a coupon code. And you can mix those with our coupon code that we have on the homepage. Or you can mix them with your VIB reward points. Let me see if I can get this strong. There we go. With the fire line, what I do is I smash the end of that fire line. It's hard to see there, just a little bit with my plier, and then I needle the thread. Okay, so let me just stitch in a few super duos here. How am I doing on time? Well, I started a little late, so I'll run over it just a little bit. It's kind of hard to get it started with this first one because you got to kind of line up the super duo and the needle and the finding all at the same time. Come on. I know it's there. Here, let me stand up. There it goes. There's number 2. Nope. Nope. Gosh, I'm really fumbling with this one. Come on. I'm the boss of this super duo. It's not going to beat me. Get that in there. There we go. Okay. There's the second one. There's the third one. And here's the fourth one. Let me pull that needle back a little bit. I'll get in there. Because the beads don't yield, right? They don't bend. There we go. Look at that. They're there. Okay. So, I don't know. It might be easier to add it at the end, especially if I do this like a second time, right? I mean, this is just my mock-up, really. So, when I would do this maybe in real life, maybe I would come back in and stitch this on at the end. But I want you to see how this all fits. So that's why I'm doing this here. And the super duos don't really have a front or a back, but I believe this finding might. I'm going to turn it over and see. I don't know if it does. One part might be, the front might be a little more curved than the other part. Let me take a look. There we go. Look at that. So pretty. No, it looks the same to me on the front and the back. So right away, I'm just going to start to taper in here. Taper. How many holes do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 spots. 2. Again, this kind of monochromatic feel for these. Let me, There is no bend. I know, right? You just have to tell it you're in charge, right? I love this, Debbie. Same. Beating for the rest of the day. Screw the vacuuming. Same. Vacuuming will be there tomorrow. Your good ideas might not be, right? Okay. Let me keep going. Here and here. Let's see what we look like here. Let me tighten this up. And I need to go through that last one. All right, so see how this is tapered a little bit? That needs to be tightened. Okay, so now I'm going to drop down here. I'm going to add one more row here. I mean, obviously, you can also do this as a bracelet, right? Same width all the way down. And there's, the substitution beads. There's the side beads. All of that for this. But look at that. This, I don't know, this might be my favorite. Now, we could, what I want to do is, where's that baggie of those guys? There it is. Let's see how these two. That looks kind of interesting, doesn't it? Those two together. But maybe it'll look better if I just have that single drop down there. Let me focus on this. There we go. Super Duo. Let me see, do I have any of the substitute Super Duo beads here? I don't think I do. Let me just double check and see. No, that's okay. I'll just use one of these. But it would look pretty with some of that metal in there, right? That one, whoops. Go through that one. Go through this one. And go through that one. Now I'll go back through here. I'll put that nice big round finding, which you could just leave just like that. Or you can dangle something from it. But that has kind of a cool contemporary look to it that I like a lot. You could also use this. Let's think about this a little bit. Let me zoom out. You could also use this way, couldn't you? This could be a closure, like you could string from here. This could be a necklace closure. This could also be a necklace closure. Look, I've got a clasp here, right? We could put the clasp on. And then we could connect some strands to this, right? That would work. It does. It also has a very Christmas tree kind of feel to it, right? You could dangle it this way, dangle an ear wire from there, right? You could also use, wouldn't that earring finding look interesting on there? I love it. So there's a lot you can do with these, but stitch up some little shapes. They're particularly fine, I think, in these kind of single colors like this, right? It would look great as a pendant as well, I think. So yeah, there are definitely metallic super duos. We have a ton of super duos. I've been spending a lot of time with our super duos, arranging them and kind of putting them in order. We've got some really great colors. I'm really into this color here. This is that Nebula Turquoise Blue Matte. And look, I pulled a couple more of these out. This one is the Nebula Turquoise Green. Look at that one in the shiny. And then I know that there's some chartreuse lovers out there. This is the Marbled Opaque Olive. It has a little bit of a gold sheen onto it. Oh, and thank you, Sherry. I'm so glad, right? I'm so glad I've been giving you some inspiration on this. Yay, that was my whole goal. This one is the Nebula Beige. Look at that color. So good. There's still more that, you can go to that, as I said, go to that Cymbals page, my friends. Let me add this one back here. Let me take this off. Let me go here. Let me go back to the home page and go here. You can sort our page by all of the findings for super duos, which are here. Here's that little substitution bead. Can you see that there? We've got the little small bead ending. We've got the big bead ending. I didn't even show you this one. This is that Vori. It has it looks kind of like a bally kind of influence on it with the little granulation. That one is really pretty. I love it, love it. And you can see here, here's an idea. Whoops, the idea with it right there. Isn't that cool? That would make a great earring right there. So pretty. So they're all here. You can sort, play around to your heart's content. Here's this one, that nice closure. You can see on our pictures, if you scroll to the last ones on the project page or on the product page, you can see how they're used. So you can kind of peruse, and that should give you some good ideas. Some good ideas there, hopefully. Okay. So yeah, just sort. Here's all the Tyla ones. You can sort by just the Tylas. They're all there. So they're a lot of fun. Look at that edge on that side bead. How pretty that is. So hopefully that gives you some good ideas to use all of these. And do remember that all of our symbol findings are marked down 15% today. Oh, I've got a little bit of coffee left in here. Awesome. For the rest of the week, just to remind you folks what's happening the rest of this week. First of all, thank you all so much for joining me today for this little deep dive in here. So, there's so much to dive into. We've just kind of, I feel, skimmed the surface. So we're going to revisit these because I think I've got some good ideas cooking in here with this. But for the rest of the week, today is live. If you're watching me live, today is Wednesday, October 16th. All of those symbols are marked down 15% on the Beadshop website. Then tomorrow, watch for our third Thursday earring drop. I love it so much. We named it Newport. It has kind of a beachy vibe. Actually, Miranda named it Newport, right? That was you. That was your name. Miranda named it. And then on Friday, it goes with our necklace, my necklace for the Great Bead Extravaganza. That kit drops on Friday. Saturday, I will be doing my Great Bead Extravaganza presentation. It'll be at 10 a.m. Pacific, and that'll be right here on our Beadshop channels as well as the Great Bead Extravaganza channels. You can also find us Friday night on the Great Bead Extravaganza. We're doing our preview party, so you can see not only what I'm making. I just realized I'm not wearing any earrings. I took all my earrings off. Let me put them back on while I'm talking to you. You're going to see the preview of what everybody is showing on the Great Bead Extravaganza this Saturday and Sunday. We also have a special presentation on Sunday. It's our special guest, one of someone that our friend Abby Berta brought on. Why can't I get this in my ear? Our friend Abby Berta brought on, and she's doing some cool stuff with needlepoint, which I cannot wait. So consult the schedule for more info on that. She'll also be here for our preview party on Friday night. But if you've never done stitching, she does some needlepoint with beadwork, which is pretty darn cool. I can't wait to see what she makes. So we've got a full slate this week. I'm going to see you live tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. We'll get to spend some time together. But for now, my friends, I'm going to go back to doing some filling, right? So you guys get your orders out. Really excited to see you folks here today and for the rest of this week. So remember, Cymbals are marked down. Have such a great creative day, my friends. I'll see you tomorrow for a quick live on our third Thursday earring. And that's all I've got for you so far. All right, my friends, thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.